Okay. That's what I'm talking about. Every fall growing up, my family would go to the mountains, and if anyone is from North Carolina, then you probably know the Kilwins, the OG caramel apple makers. And I just remember my papa, they have like this like, okay, for those that haven't been, they have like 2 glass like counters, and like one's with like all their fudge, and then the other one's like their caramel apples. And I don't know what it is, but like walking in there as a kid is just so magical during the fall time. So I woke up this morning, 57 degrees, a little chilly, watering my garden. And I was like, you know what we need to do? We need to make homemade caramel apples. And we're going to make them without corn syrup, because that's a whole nother story. You're going to be surprised how easy. It's like 5 ingredients. So let's just get to it. So this is going to be a hard caramel, and I'm going to double the recipe here with 1 cup of water. And then 1/2 cup of maple syrup. This is really gonna add so much flavor to the caramel. This is not like a dipping caramel. This is going to be more on the hard side so that it actually like sticks to your apples instead of falls off. Don't mind if I do. Also, you guys, if you live near any kind of Amish store, go to it, and that's where you get your bulk baking items. Like, I have the best, is it called unhulled? I always forget what it's like categorized as, but like the best oatmeal and the best price in like a bulk size. This is all maple syrup, and it was $28. I would get that, and it's like real pure maple syrup, and it's so good. And I know that may seem expensive, but like this lasts literally all holiday season, and I go through so much maple syrup baking. And like for pancakes in the morning, and like I would get a 1/16 of this at the grocery store for like the quality. So anyways, that's my tidbit. Love the Amish. So 1 cup of water, 1/2 cup of maple syrup, and then because we're doubling it, 2 cups of granulated cane sugar. I really need to get new measuring cups because I keep putting them in the dishwasher, which is not ideal when they have like the wood like handle to them, because then it just shrinks the wood or expands it. I don't really know. Alright, we're gonna put this over the stovetop on medium heat. We're gonna bring it to a boil, and we're gonna stir it as it boils until the sugar has dissolved. While that is like coming to a boil, since it's gonna take a few minutes, I'm gonna prep my baking pan with parchment paper. This is gonna help prevent the caramel from like sticking to anything. Okay, and then I've already washed and patted dry my apples. That's a really huge thing, is you want to, if possible, get like organic or freshly picked apples, which is apple season, so super easy. Because you don't want like the wax on your apples, or that can have the caramel like come off of it more easily. So anyways, once you've washed and dried them, now we're going to put our craft sticks or popsicle sticks halfway through them. You really just want like a firm grip so that when you're dipping the apples, the apple won't like halfway through dipping it through the caramel fall off into the caramel, because that would suck. Also, I kind of forgot to get craft sticks, so I don't even know how I acquired these, but I have like these massive match sticks. So I'm gonna cut the match part off of it. It'd actually be kind of fun if you like put it in here and then no. Okay, we're gonna cut the matches off. So once it comes to a boil, we're gonna stop stirring, and we're gonna let it just naturally come to a dark, beautiful amber color, and that takes about like 8 to 10 minutes. Also, I don't know if I mentioned this, but you do want to keep that on like medium, low heat. We do not want it to heat up super quickly or it will burn. We would just want it to like slowly, gradually get a nice little tan in the saucepan. Ignore me, that was kind of cringy. Anyways, okay, so now that we've prepped our apples, ew, little wood shaving. I'm gonna prep our toppings. So, laying those aside, I'm gonna grab a cutting board. honor of my papa, we're gonna do half of, actually I might just do all of them, like dipped in finely chopped pecans. Whenever I make caramel apples, I'm like gonna add toppings, I like to make sure the toppings are really tiny, because I also like to use really big apples and not tiny apples, because for me personally, I grew up always like that being the ratio, like a really big apple and then really tiny toppings, so that you're able to like do the satisfying slice into like 8 pieces, and then you share it with your family and your friends, whoever you're with. And I don't know, it's just so nostalgic to me. I remember in middle school, which is when I really started like cooking in the kitchen, my mom had me like invite some of my girlfriends over from school, like right after school too, and she set up this little caramel apple, like homemade caramel apple station, and it was just so much fun. I'm trying to think of like what, I know we did like chocolate drizzled ones, because duh, can't beat that. I'm trying to think of what else we did. I think it was like right before Halloween too, so that was like our spooky season bake. My mom and I are more into like fall harvest types of bakes, so that was like her fall harvest spooky bake. I don't even know if that makes sense. I feel like I'm just jibber jabbering. I guess as I chat, we can talk about like prepping and storing these. So I personally wouldn't like, it takes literally 30 minutes to make caramel apples. Like it's very quick and easy. So I wouldn't necessarily say you need to like prep anything. I would just do it all same day. But you could prep like the toppings and the apples, like have like this like prepared. And then of course like measuring out the ingredients, so that's really easy to just toss all together into the saucepan. For storing caramel apples, I like to like put them in a plastic, which I know you guys are gonna kill me when I say that, but like a saran wrap, not saran wrap, a plastic baggie. I mean, that's what they do at Gilwin. So like, you know, copy success. And it's successful. It's always survives the road trip back from Kilwin. So that, or you could do like an airtight container, like a glass container, and you could put it in the fridge, but it might get really hard on you. I just usually leave it out on the counter for like a day or two. Okay, this is exactly what we're going for. Now we're going to gradually pour in our cream, and this might get really tall at first. I personally like to stir it as I wait for it to come to the temperature of 250, because it only takes like 5 minutes or so. I said this only takes like 5 minutes, I lied. It takes about 10. I forget it takes a minute to get to the firm, like if you have a candy thermometer that has like little, mine kind of has marks like hard crack, soft crack, hard ball, firm ball. We're getting to firm ball, right above soft ball for candy temperatures, 250. I'm just being really impatient, so I'm rambling. There's some really unhappy dogs this morning. Hopefully don't catch my hair on fire. We are at 230 degrees Fahrenheit. Go ahead and add my pinch of salt, because I'm trying to not be impatient, and stir that in. Beautiful. It's at 250. Okay, we're gonna transfer it into my matcha bowl for easy dipping. Oh my gosh. Dip in the pecans. Worst case, if you have to, if the caramel does get too firm on you, you can just reheat it to help soften it. And then you want to immediately put the caramel apple in your toppings. Roll it around a little bit to get up as far on top of the edge as possible. Okay, the caramel apples are done. They have cooled, and now it's time to slice into them. Perfect caramel apple slice. The perfect slice. Take the perfect amount of thick caramel and pecans. And oh, I don't even think I told y'all what apples I was using. I used the Honey Crisp apples. Those are my favorite. Any kind of like crisp apple, like even a Granny Smith would be good, or a Pink Lady, just like a crisp apple. Ask your, if you go to like an apple farm, just ask them where all their crisp apples are, and they'll set you up right. Oh. Okay. I wonder if this will do the caramel pull. That's what I'm talking about. This is fall. And it's an apple, so it's healthy, right? Okay. I'm gonna pack these up and go share them with people. But I will see you guys. Let me know what I should do next. I'm thinking we're just gonna keep with the fall theme. Like fall comforts, bakes, easy fall things. So let me know what you want me to do, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.